Hi guys, so this is Christy from Smos, of course. So I'm going to be talking about Gemini. Yes, I finally figured my stuff out. I've decided I'm going to make a video every day, if I have the time, at least I'm going to try to, just until I get all the signs down and I have one for each of them. And then I'll be taking requests to talk about things other than just the signs, or if you want more details on signs, whatever it is, we can get into stuff like that. But I just want to get the basics down of each sign so you guys kind of know my idea of them. Anyway, I know not a lot of Geminis actually, but I really like them. I just adore their personalities. They're very fun and they're playful and they're talkative. They're the kind of sign that like talks about themselves and is totally comfortable doing that. And I know some people may not always like that, but I'm the kind of person who's like kind of likes to listen. So I like them for that reason. So if your rising is Gemini, you're super intellectual and you come off kind of like maybe sometimes a smartass, you know? But you're maybe not the most friendly or welcoming. You could even come off a bit shy or reserved, but you know a lot. People will immediately realize that and either like you or not so much. Kind of depends with the Gemini rising. If your sun is Gemini, you are super knowledgeable. You always have things to talk about. You're like, I don't know, you're just kind of that person that when you don't know who to stand next to, you stand next to a Gemini because they'll keep you busy. They'll talk to you. They'll make you look like you're doing something interesting. They love to speak and talk and tell long tales of wonderful things that either happened to them or didn't happen to them. Who knows? But their tales could be about anything. In fact, they could probably go on an hour-long conversation about whales. We just don't know with a Gemini. I actually think they're one of the quirkiest signs. You know, next to Aquarius and Pisces, they're just super spontaneously quirky and unusual. And for rising as well, you typically have a quirky sense of style and a quirky sort of vibe to you. Just kind of wonky things you try out. And with your sun, the same thing with like your taste and stuff. You have a different and unusual sort of flavor to you. And it's really cool. If your moon is Gemini, oh my gosh, you're pretty hard to get to open up. In fact, you might be one of the hardest signs. You really don't want anyone to know the things that are happening. You are pretty communicative about it, but not often is it actually what's happening. It's just like a barely idea of it. If you get a Gemini moon to talk to you about their deep and personal feelings, you have been gifted by the gods. I'm kidding. I just mean you've made a true friend. This person will probably stick with you because they just spilled their secrets, and it's super hard for them to do that because they don't want people to know. They like to be kept inside, and they don't like people to know them super well. They like to stay a mystery. Even though they're so talkative, it's often you won't actually hear them talking about what's happening, their feelings. It's very, very slim. Gemini Venus. I'm a Gemini Venus. Hello. Is super weird. Okay, it's super weird. So from my point of view of a Gemini Venus, and my actual point of view since I am one, is we are super finicky. Like, it's so hard for me to just want to be with one person. It's not to say I don't love people or don't want to be with someone. I have sort of dating someone right now, so it's not that exactly. It's just really hard for them. They often just kind of get bored easily and they need to change things up. That doesn't always mean they won't be in a relationship with you for a long term. They just need to keep things interesting and keep flowing, making things happen. But if you date a Gemini Venus, let me tell you one thing. You will never be bored. One day you'll be like drinking coffee and having a lazy day, and in the morning they'll wake up and be like, let's go! We're going to a carnival in Mexico or something really insane like that. Gemini Mars is actually really interesting. I haven't learned a lot about it, even though I'm a Gemini Mars. What I know so far is when I get angry, I speak. Like, I talk like no other. I hate things being under the water. So I think Gemini Mars is very aggressive. They just sort of let it out. They get really wound up. They have a lot of energy in them, which sometimes can burst out. And they have a tendency when they're angry to use your words against you. They're really good with their words, as that is their thing, Gemini and their words. It's not so fun, to say the least, having one angry at you, but as I've always said, any sign angry at you is not good. But they really know how to use their words. So if you tell them something, they can easily mend it to what they would like, and whoosh, it's like a frickin' sword. It's just, yeah, you know, not fun. I was gonna say something and I forgot. Gemini is manipulative. That's another thing. So when it comes to anger, they know how to manipulate you using their words and other tools they have. So, yeah, not so great, huh? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it at that. And next week I will be doing, tomorrow I will be making a video about Virgo, I think. I haven't made one about Virgo yet, have I? I don't think so. We'll see. Anyway, I love you guys. You're beautiful. And I'll be talking tomorrow. Bye.